Good evening, Cosmic Explorers, and welcome to your Friday night tune-up. I am Hillis Pugh along with
Rebecka Gregory here. Thank you everyone for joining us for this Friday night tune-up on
Woo!
March the what is today? The 24th, the 25th?
It's a day. It's
It's a day.
Friday.
It's a Friday. So
That's
whenever
all
you're
that
watching, this is
matters.
an amazing Friday in March.
It's Friday. That's all that matters.
It's Friday.
And some people call it March Madness.
Oh, girl, I know.
March Madness in more ways than one.
Yes, it
But
has been.
before we get into the madness of this month, of what's really been going on, we got a few announcements to make to bring in all this beautiful energy. First and foremost, thank you guys for tuning in every week, watching and supporting us, and sharing the show and liking the show with your friends and family.
Yes, much appreciation.
Yes, and supporting us by sending us donations and sending donations into the show and helping us continue to grow, to continue to prosper in all beautiful ways. We very much appreciate it. But guess what?
What?
We are extending our favorite things to you. We have some favorite things, some products we've been using for a while and want to share them with you before we get into the epic night of conversation.
Woo!
So just real quick, you
And
guys just
let's say
want.
good evening to everyone.
Oh yeah, who's here?
Yeah, Dom's here. Hello.
Oh, Indigo, you made it. I hope you're resting, my
Yes,
dear.
much love to you and everybody else who's joining us live or later on. We appreciate you all for being here. And yeah. So Hillis, what do you got for us? Our little things that we're doing here. Our affiliates we have jumped into.
Well, they started out as some of our favorite things,
Well,
and
favorite
now,
things.
yes, our favorite things. Like the one that you see here at the top is a SIA, which is a very amazing cellular technology rejuvenation, restoration of the soul and body. I've been taking it for a little over a week and really just fell in love with this product and how I feel the different energy levels flowing in my body and how it works with me, how I work with my clients while using this. It's almost I can't even describe the changes, everything from a cellular level to the physical space. I mean, I can go my whole day without having to take a nap, but naps are priceless. But Rebecca, what do we have? We have some one of your favorite things here too, right?
So this is mountain rose herbs. So all you kitchen witches out there or tea makers, mountain rose herbs is a wonderful, wonderful herb company that I use, and there's the thing upstairs, and they have. It's just great. They have a whole list of all kinds of teas and all kinds of herbal things. They also have recipes on there how to do DIY stuff like make laundry soap, and it's just a wonderful platform to find how to make things, how to do things, and also just really high end, really good herbs. If you want to make your own teas, if you want to make anything, anything that you want to make, tinctures, whatever it is, Mountain Rose Herbs have them. They're always upgrading stuff and bringing in new products and all kinds of stuff. And I've used them for a while. I love their product and it's just high quality. And so, yeah. So that's number two.
And so we're also going to be doing actual show about our favorite things. This is just to give you a little bit of insight of what we do and what we use in our daily lives to give you guys more insight to what we do. But be on the lookout for that show coming soon, a show of our favorite things. But this is one of my favorite things is, and you guys who've seen my videos know about it. If you don't have it, you fall in love. It's a Healy, and it's a IMF. It's an individual microcurrent frequency device. It's a little device, 2x2, square. You can clip it on, you put it in your pocket, and what I love about it, that it works with your individual frequency, everything from allergies to fatigue to clearing out your meridian system to your immune system. It does almost anything. There's over like 300 programs. And it really has helped me, with my workouts, with working with my clients that I use it with. I mean, it's just a little gem of a device to utilize the current energy stream that I have and that runs through me and how it connected to my clients. And that's primarily how I use it if I want to boost the session with somebody, gives that extra kick to what I do. So those who've worked with me, you might have got a little extra kick because I was using this. And so, what is this one, Rebecca? What do we have here? Oh,
This
yeah.
is Spirit Magica, which actually should be yours, Hillis, because it is.
I
It
know
is.
all the crystals and things.
Yes, it is a crystal company. It has amazing crystals, all different types of crystals that you can buy. Also, they have on there where they have to teach you about the different crystals and courses, and it's just a hodgepodge of information. It's just a wonderful website. If you're not looking to buy any crystals at this time, just want some information about them. It's just a wonder. It's Spirit. It's Spirit Magica. It's just a wonderful website that's full of everything about crystals. So it's a great resource too to be able to find things because I'm always looking for resources because I can never remember anything. So I've got to have my resources, my go tos. So this is one of my go tos, and also a great place to get crystals and chakra kits or whatever you're looking for to help you navigate all the energies to keep you grounded or protection
Mhm.
or whatever you're looking for through crystals. So.
Beautiful. So there you have it, some of our favorite things. But be on the lookout for a full show where we're going to be
I
getting
break out a
into.
song?
Yeah.
No, I won't do that.
Oh.
I started singing "These Are My Favorite Things" to him yesterday from Sound of Music, so but I won't do that tonight.
But now that you got a little taste of some of our favorite things, what's really been in the energy for the past week has been interesting. And sometimes when I feel something on a personal level, I always have to double check to see if it's on a collective scale.
Mhm,
And this topic for tonight is definitely on a collective scale. And it's the energy of insecurity.
mhm,
And I mean insecurity from the smallest, most superficial things, such as your appearance, all the way up to your self worth. And how do you feel about yourself? And insecurity is the blanket that covers all of that, you know. And as I was feeling into this, as I was triggered by this energy of insecurity, it got down to the space of, started off, well, I don't like how I look, I don't like my body, I don't like, this part of me, I don't like that part of me, why am I so lazy? Why do I don't feel like doing anything? And it just was this cycle of going through every single space of insecure atom in my body.
mhm,
And I had to let it play, and I had to let it play, and I had to let it just continue, because if I stopped it, I wouldn't allow it to flow out. And that's what some people do when they feel that energy of just continuous flow. We feel like, oh, I gotta plug the dam and can't and get rid of it, and to restore and to fix it and put a patch over it. And that's exactly what you do. And you put in a patch over it, so eventually it's going to blow again, and this time you won't be able to stop it. So it's best to let it flow, let it do its thing, because as we step into the space of insecurity, you really allow yourself to get to the core of you. Wouldn't you say, Rebecca?
Oh, I would definitely say that. I mean, I was experiencing that this week, kind of in the same way, but a different way because I made the choice to do a, detox this week, uh, and I bought these juices. My gosh, and some of them were really bad. Poor Hillis had to listen to me. I can't drink this. But so I, kind of went and but however, like choosing to do this for 3 days this week, it kind of was like my reset of kind of all my insecurities. And my insecurities came up during this cleanse and moving out all this energy. And that's what's happening right now is all that shadow energy that we've been hiding from, even if we worked on ourselves, it's that last little bit of shadow stuff or insecurities, because what are shadows? Shadows are insecurities, basically. And so that was kind of coming up and me moving through that during this detox and noticing all that. So I totally get where you're at, Hillis, and totally agree with you. And also, what was I just going to say? I totally lost my train of thought. What I was going to say with that about the insecurity moving through, and then it just, I don't know. It'll come back to me. I totally just went out the door. So, yeah, just and learning to stand through and allow that stuff to flow through as we move right now with the energies moving through that shadow part of us that's, as I said, is coming up right now at a whole nother level as we move through those. Oh, that's what I was going to say. And then I found myself as I was moving through this, kind of like I almost feel like I'm going through like um through saying goodbye to everything. Like,
Yeah.
I'm honoring, like, all my little eating habits and honoring, like, all my little favorite foods and honoring I don't know, just as I was moving through this, I started honoring and I would allow myself to have it, just to kinda honor that and say goodbye of those inconsiderate it's like I feel like right now is, like, almost a rite of passage time. I don't know about you, Hellas. What are you feeling like, were those
You
insecurities
know,
coming up that kept you going for so long, and now we're moving into this, like, changing the guards of like gathering and claiming like who we want to be now, but in that in between phase of not quite sure yet.
exactly. And I like what Chuck said here, where it's all our past lives we're living through as we're in the ascension process. And
Hmm.
so, um, thank you, Chuck, for that. And
Thanks,
so,
Chuck.
I will definitely agree with that, but also, too, in addition to that, the insecurities, the energy of that
Hmm.
is finite. It's minute to such a level to where we have to give ourselves permission to feel for that moment, to feel what it's like to be worthless, to be vulnerable, to be so nitpicky about who we are, to be, everything from the superficial to the appearance, all the way up to, you know, am I worthy of this? And am I right for this? Or is this meant for me? And what's happening in my life now? Where am I going? What's happening in this transition? And so all this stuff that we have to sit in, because as you just said, as we say goodbye to the 3D,
Hmm.
it's almost in this space of grieving, because you're saying goodbye to the things that we've known for so long. And now that it's allowing us to step into the more gracious, the more accepting part of ourselves, the more loving aspect of ourselves. And as we do that, we have to have the courage to do so, we have to have that power to do so. And just before the show, you pulled a very powerful card that explains all of that. So can you share that
Oh,
with
you need
everyone?
that now? Okay.
Yeah.
So I just put a card for it, and I just need to say where I got this since I'm reading it from her book. It's the Oracle of the Energies by Colette Baron Reed, and I highly recommend this deck if you enjoy Oracle cards. So the card that came out, which I thought, so can you guys see it? Oh, I can need to. It's number 16, and it's the Royal You. And this is totally what's happening right now. So I'm going to read it. The key concepts are sovereignty, responsibility, self confidence, self rule, ownership of your feelings and actions, a quiet sense of empowerment, being self aware, not allowing outside influence out of alignment with your truth. Do you know what it means to express personal sovereignty in your life? It is about how you hold to your inner sense of worth and integrity. Secure your belief that you have a unique purpose. It's about feeling comfortable in your own skin, knowing who you are, and that nothing outside you can challenge your authentic self, the hard won seat of awareness that you have earned. You are the ruler of the mind, and you're being invited now to consider what discipline you need to apply to your thoughts. Are they consistent with the values and beauty you intend for your life? It is important now to keep your focus on what is right and good for you as well as others. Challenges in your life at this time, no matter how large or small, must be met with a measured response. If life sends a challenge, can you speak up and set your boundaries with grace and surety? Calm, intelligent leadership is called for now. Sovereigns know when to plan their battles, So stay out of the unnecessary skirmishes and strategically wield your personal power. Now is the time to lead from the heart, from your authenticity and integrity. Hold your head high and know your worth. That is the mark of a true sovereign.
Oh,
So
beautiful,
I want to
beautiful.
thank Colette for putting these beautiful cards out and for that beautiful card that we just read because it's so just
And
right now.
just just real quick, want to send a shout out to Robin Waters Dykes. Thank you for joining us this evening. Hello, love. It's a pleasure that you're here with us live. Um, and I really, really understand and feel those words as we move into this new resonance, into this new
Mhm.
field of this understanding, this new field of really knowing that it's okay not to be okay. It's okay for us to sit in what we feel is the illusion of feeling bad.
Mhm.
It's okay for us to grieve in this energy of, am I worthy of all of this? Am I supposed to feel this? Am I supposed to, take all of this in and let it spill out and back into the earth, back into the universe, so that way all the lessons from my life, because that's what this is, all the lessons that we have experienced is being spilled back out into the earth, up to the universe, for them to be added to the energies of the Akashic
Mhm.
record. And
Mhm.
as this energy is added back in, our experiences are being cataloged. And as our experiences are being cataloged, it is noted that during this time of this great transition of what has occurred and what is, this record is showing us is how to move through this transition once we get to a point like this again. Because usually, in order for anything to be cataloged in this great hall of records, we usually have to make our transition from the physical to the non-physical. That's why there's people with headaches and migraines and all these other ascension symptoms, because sometimes we volunteered our information, we volunteered our wisdom, we volunteered certain aspects of our experience to be cataloged, so that way everything is happening in real time. And when I say real time, I mean literally real time. Now, like you're watching us now, energy is being cataloged right now. Our experiences are being cataloged right now. So that way there's other people on the planet who can access this when they need to on an energetic level. Meaning we could have done it before, but if someone has a similar experience, you can get it now. And as if you make the intention to allow yourself to receive what it is by stepping into that power, stepping into your divine willfulness, stepping into your loyalty, stepping into your sovereignty, stepping into the energies that Rebecka just talked about, to allow for this newness to emerge in a greater sense.
Beautiful. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And to add that, while you're speaking, what was come to me is kind of this openness, awareness, and also reflective period. In that we really need to take the time to reflect, and that's not going back through our stories, but as you said, just kind of reflect on the human experience with gratitude that has brought us to this point in time,
Mhm.
and then opening our hearts to expand out from that experience in knowing that you can stand in the I am present, the sovereignty of who you truly are and who you came here to be, to move yourself forward from that experience of pain and suffering and detach yourself from that, to open yourself up to all that's available to us now at a whole nother level, that we do not have to choose pain and suffering anymore, that we can open our hearts to bring in the joy and happiness in our life. We can open our hearts to stand and have compassion for others, what they're going through, but not bring it into our field, for we no longer need to fix. We took that role on, most people out there that are listening to this, we took that role on to fix others, to help others. And you get caught in that cycle of you always got to help others. But guess what? Right now is the time you claim your sovereignty and love yourself more than you ever have before, with honoring yourself and knowing that the energy moving forward is your energy that you are required to be in yourself around, so you can expand out to the rest of the world to help them in the way of shifting their energy by helping yourself and loving yourself more than you ever have. And that is what is required right now for the whole planet in order to shift humanity to a whole nother level, to a whole nother way, so we can bring the peace and love into this world and be able to go co-create this world from that space, and not a space of pain and suffering where we have been.
So I'm sending out energy to people as they watch this now.
I know you were.
And it's beautiful that you've mentioned this, because in sessions that I've had with people in the recent weeks, it's been about love.
Hmm.
It's been about stepping into loving of self, loving of who you are, loving of who you were, loving of who you are becoming, loving of who you choose to become outside of these experiences
Hmm.
of the abuse that this planet has taken on. Not just the planet herself, but us, the inhabitants, and not just the people, the animals, the insects, the plants. Everyone has suffered abuse
Hmm.
to great scales and great levels.
Hmm.
And the time of abuse is done. The time of abuse is over. This is why, as we are sitting in this energy of insecurity, it speaks to us not being worthy to receive, and
Hmm.
us not being open to receive, not giving ourselves permission to do that, because we were so programmed to a level of not being open to have the confidence to speak up, having the courage to live in our truth, having the courage to live in things that bring us happiness. We were so programmed to follow one thing, to follow this paradigm, this dynamic energy of, this is the only way to do it. You can't do it any other way. And I'm happy and grateful and appreciative to the younger generations that are coming in, that are teaching us how to do it differently,
Yes.
and how to do things differently, how to expand our minds, how to expand our hearts, and expand ourselves, and stretch ourselves and exercise ourselves in new and profound ways, to where we now have no choice but to really stir the pot, if you will, to really stir it up. Go ahead.
No, this was coming to me to become rebels of the heart.
Yeah, because I mean, as we
Oh,
uh,
Lord.
there's the confirmation.
Yes.
There's the confirmation right there. And as we move into this energy of accepting ourselves through confidence, through courage, through our divine will, through the will power of the source creator itself, it is now being asked that we channel this energy, embody this energy. And as we embody this energy here, lock it in. Yep,
It-
confirmation. Thank you, Cosmo. Or was that Daisy?
that's Daisy.
Thank you, Daisy. And as we move in this, as we step in this, as we allow it for this opening, we then begin to blossom it and show who we really are in the energy of creator's love, because that's what we are now. We have to, now that we are allowing ourselves to shed it, we're moving faster through this, because more people are opening and shedding, and they're opening and shedding, opening and shedding, opening and letting go, opening and letting go, opening and letting go. As we continue to this opening and letting go process, then more can come in and be anchored in the body. And really embody the crystalline light body that we are being asked to adorn now.
In the golden age and the golden light. And I really need, I was feeling while you were talking, I really need to express this, um, that everyone out there has to stop taking things personally. And that's a huge thing we have to do now, especially with what's going on. And I'm not even going to bring it up, but you know what I'm not talking about, with others that might be against your point of view around things. So you need to stand in your truth and don't take things personally, and just look at people, that are in fear, that is their path and that is their journey, and we can't take it into our, we have to stand in our truth and our love and not take it into our field, because that's not our responsibility anymore. What do you
No,
think?
I am laughing because this phrase came into my mind as I thought about an experience this week that I am a bit hesitant to share, uh, but I will share because I'm being pushed to share. But the phrase is to have fun. We are now. It's time for us to have fun, enjoy life as it is. Um, and you guys know that sometimes I get a little bit vulnerable. I get, sometimes open, a little bit hesitant about sharing stuff, especially if it's real personal. But this week, uh, I had lunch with somebody this week who I thought it was going to be an awkward situation. And it really wasn't. It wasn't awkward at all. It, made me think about some things in a different way, um, you know, about the intentions, about the purpose, about the reasoning behind it all, you know. And as I allowed myself, gave myself permission to say that it was okay to allow myself to be in this person's presence, as there was no ill manner, no ill anything in this. And as I allowed myself to sit in this presence, it was okay, And sometimes when we put ourselves in situations, expecting a particular outcome or expecting a particular connection or disconnection, it is in that energy that we are the most powerful,
Hmm.
because we allow ourselves to be who we are, regardless of who's around us. We step into the true essence of who we are. We allow ourselves to step into the trueness of who we are, no matter who's around us.
Hmm.
It doesn't matter if it's a parent or a sibling or your best friend or ex-wife or ex-husband or ex anything, or people who you just don't get along with. None of that really matters, because if you are not giving yourself permission to be who you are, regardless of what company you're in, regardless of the situation of the experience that has arisen, then you are not being true to yourself.
Exactly.
And that's been one of the hardest lessons, for me, you know, being true to myself. You know, the person that you see here right now, trying to hold back tears, this is the person that you see, that you meet in person. This is the person who you talk to on the phone when we have one-on-one sessions. There may be a little bit more fun side to me that you don't see some on air sometimes, but what you see now, this is who I am. Open and vulnerable and witty and fun and insightful. And thank you, Rebecka, for giving me permission to just elaborate on this. But this is, I mean, it just has to be said, and this is how we move into the space of courage. This is how we move into the space of being your authentic self. This is how we move into the space of being your true essence, the core of you. And And no need to apologize. No need to make apologies for something that you're not doing. No need to make um, apologies for something you're not. And the only way you are making apologies for something because you're not being true and honest to who you are. That's the only reason why you probably apologizing because you're not true to who you are. And if you're not true to who you are, then you're not ready. You are not ready to step into the fourth dimensional space. You're not ready to step into the fifth dimensional space because you are not honoring who you are. You don't have the courage for that. And for anyone to step into that space, you have to have a lot of courage, have to have a lot of faith, you have to have a lot of everything. You have to be you. You have to be the true essence of yourself. You have to be you. And if you're not you, you're not ready.
I was just waiting if you had more coming.
I don't know.
You're on a roll. I'm letting you go.
But it's true though. I mean, if you're not
It's
you, you're not
true.
ready.
And that's who you need to be right now. And this is all about what just happened, allowing co-creation. Hillis had to have his moment, and holding that space for someone to allow them to shine too is a big part of it as well. And to know when to move in and when to back off, and just give somebody their space to allow them to be their authentic self and hold that space for them.
Yeah, just like me being a lumberjack man and directing you with the
Oh,
fire.
Hillis was a little bossy earlier tonight. He doesn't tell you about his bossy side.
Yeah, I am a bit controlling. I'll admit that. And I don't mind it because I know sometimes things need to get done, and so we got to get it moving. And Rebecca's okay with that.
I rebel the whole time, but yeah, it's all
Yeah,
good.
yeah, exactly, exactly. Except
But
when
thank you for sharing all that, Hillis. It was just, I just love how authentic you are and how you share like that. And it is so true. We've got to let go of those expectations. That's the key. Letting go of expectations of people, how you expect them to behave, how you expect them to be, how you expect them to respond, and detach yourself and just be the witness. I love the phrase, that's interesting. If somebody says something, that's interesting. So you don't put any energy to it. You
yeah,
don't go into the right or wrong, good or bad. And that helps you to let go of those things that might have triggered you in the past, to keep yourself in that neutral space so you can be yourself and not
yeah,
get caught up in the old drama, trauma, and play that old wheel, that we get caught up in all the time. You know, um, I don't know why. I share my story this
yeah, yeah,
morning.
yeah,
It
yeah,
keeps
yeah.
on coming to my head that I need to share this.
I shared mine. You share yours.
Well, this is funny. So I don't know why this is coming up, but I just want to share how I woke up this morning, and I why.
Oh, yeah. This is gonna be a good one.
And it was so, me, my silly stories and my dogs and things that happen to me. I always have something. Hillis gets all emotional, and I'm the one I'm the silly one of the group. And But this morning was just like, and why you were saying that, it was the message that came to me is why I'm bringing this up right now, because it was so around that. So I'm in bed and I have one of those. I don't know if you're familiar with IKEA's big, like huge, like painting. It's of a bridge with a tree. I don't know. IKEA holds them. They're huge, like 7 feet, but I don't know. This big painting that fits over my king size bed. Pretty much that's how big it is, and it's in the backdrop behind me. So I'm in bed this morning. Daisy comes jumping in. I say good morning. She starts flipping the pillows around. The next thing you know, she flips the painting off, knocks it off the wall, and it goes whoop, and it literally lands completely on top of me like a blanket. I was covered in this paint. And like it filled the whole bed. And I push it up because it is light. And I look down, and here's the two pups just staring at me like, what is going on? But as I was as you were talking about that, what happened this morning was kind of a reminder. You've got a new canvas now. What do you want to paint? Step through it. Don't allow yourself to be covered. Like, create yourself and open up in a whole new way. So that was my silly little way how I awoke this morning. So I thought I would share because it was just funny.
Yeah. I'm trying. I am in the moment of recalling a thought that I had moments ago when you were talking about their expectations. And as this thought returns to me, guys, you're more than welcome to begin asking your spirit questions as we getting ready to move into this portion of the evening to be of service to you. And as we remember, as we'll be of service to you, we do honor and respect all donations from you as we are giving of our time and to allow you guys to have the clarity and guidance that you're asking for this evening, not just in your life, but in your heart, and also with the energy transmission that will be done in a little bit. So we honor you as you honor us. And so the thought when you were talking about expectation, you know, we have so many spaces of where this can go with the level of
Mhm.
expectation. And we often mind fuck ourselves out of a situation.
What did you just
Well,
say?
mind fuck ourselves.
Oh my gosh. Hillis, you got me there today. I'm sorry. I had to call that one out. That was huge.
or or yes, we mind fuck ourselves because we create this level, we create these imaginations of expectations. And sometimes they go in the opposite direction because we put our energy in so much into what we can't create or what we want to create or what we think is going to happen based off of a previous experience or relationship. But we are no longer in that space to where we can prejudge or create something based off of a past experience. We are now no longer that energy. The energy we are in, everything is moving forward, and you have to move forward with it and create new as we create new experiences. So there's no old, no karmic stuff. It's all new. So stay out the old and be in the now.
And get out of the perfection.
Yeah. Stay out of the mirrors unless
Yeah.
you're looking at yourself.
What?
So stay out of the mirrors unless you're looking at yourself. But I don't know what that was supposed to mean, but whatever.
I don't either.
I
But
don't
you can
either.
step through a magic mirror and create a new world too.
But we have our first question from the evening. Miss Robin Dykes, my dear, we have to do something soon. I hope all is well with you. Um, Nothing in particular. If there may be a message or a card, thank you. So I know you already have a card ready, Rebecca, so you go first.
I got 3 cards. Magic 3, baby. So, my dear, what I feel like you have taken a step uh, of change in changing a lot around your body, a lot around your thought process. And I feel like right now you've moved past, and now you're at this point where you're just like dreaming a new dream and dreaming a new world, and time to take that wish and wish upon that star, knowing you are the star, and that moving through where you are right now and moving up to the next level of you to look at the world from that higher point of view, you will be the star you are, and you're this close to grabbing it. So embrace who you are, embrace the love of who you are, and just keep on moving forward.
Yeah. And as you were saying, that I 100% resonate with all of that, with what you have said. And the vision that I kept seeing was a house, this new home. So as you move forward, Robin, you are building yourself a new home, a new space to stay, a new space to reside in. And this may be also little as you are moving into a new space. So as you move into this new space, literally and figuratively, just allow the energy of patience to come to you as you build and build a solid foundation. As you build a solid foundation, things are just going to allow themselves to open up and be ready for you to receive as you step into this beautiful divine space that you're creating for yourself. Because you're a great manifester, you know this, but now it's the time for you to move forward in honoring who you truly are. So thank you for that, Miss Indigo.
Oh, I jumped down to Dom.
Oh,
I didn't see hers.
Oh, yes, because she's supposed to be resting right now.
She is. She
I
can
know
rest.
she's in bed. She's in bed watching us, and I appreciate it. Speaking of people being in bed watching us, just real quick, we
Oh
want to
yeah,
hear.
the
We
insight I
want,
had.
yeah, I want to hear from you guys. So you guys can put in the comments below or email us at cosmicinsightradio@gmail.com. Let us know what you guys think and feel about if we started the show an hour earlier, meaning it would be at 6 p.m. Eastern uh, American time, or would you like it to remain at 7? So
Or
our
even earlier
feedback,
than that.
huh?
Or even earlier than that.
What you talking about, Rebecca? So just let us know your thoughts and ideas as we move into this question for Indigo. And as I feel into this energy, my dear, I'm getting a thumbs up. The literally a vision of thumbs up and a message
Cool.
saying that you are on the right path. Just continue to take it slow, but then you know when to accelerate, to put your foot on the gas, so to speak, and allow things to move at a quicker pace. Um, and so, yes, you're doing all the right things. You and Patty, uh, all doing the, it's coming together. You
Back here?
just, yes.
What?
I say, y'all smiles.
I'm all honoring. Oh my gosh. Yeah, love bug. I am just feeling you're in the process of a huge detox of release and soul, of releasing and letting go. So in saying that, make sure you're doing what you're doing now. Plenty of rest, plenty of sleep. I'm getting salt baths if you can. Keep your field clear, keep your heart open, and just allow the energies that trust, surrender, and just allow the energies that as you go through this detox, there's going to be some coming up. I feel coming in the next couple of days as you rest, but there's going to be just, that needs to move out, and just allow that to move through as we talked about earlier tonight. And yeah, you're going to just kind of move through. You're moving through the bog. Isn't that what they call this little swamps in England? The bogs? Bogs? Yeah.
They most certainly do.
You're on your hobbit trail.
Yes. Dom, thank you.
Dumb.
And just want to take this time because I forgot to mention where the donation link was. So the donation link is in the description below, the PayPal link or the Podbean link. You guys are more than welcome to donate to us as we honor you, as you honor our time to provide you with the guidance for this evening. Um, so, Dom,
So,
yeah, go ahead. You first.
what I'm getting, Dom, is what are you running from that you need to face that's keeping you from moving into the grand symphony of who you are
Yeah.
and opening to the beauty and allowing your authentic self to come forth? Allow yourself to speak from the heart in a place of compassion, in knowing that you don't have to be perfect in what you do, and allowing that perfectionism that you've been so conditioned to function from melt away, to
Mm,
open to a new space of allowing the love to flow in the imperfection of the truth of you.
mm, yeah.
That would be my message for lovely Dom. And thank you.
Dom, it's interesting because as I sit here, as before Rebecca said what she said, I received the image of you in a cave. So this will definitely align with what Rebecca just mentioned because it's it's like you are hiding, but not. hiding from yourself, hiding from your circumstances. It's like there are things you don't want to deal with in your life right now because of all the external stuff. But as we talked about tonight on the show, then it was meant for you to be here. It was meant for you to watch this show because there's this space uh, that you are opening into, but there's also this fear that's with it as well. And so, as you allow yourself to move into the space of expression, the energy of fear falls away, but it keeps popping up into the space of insecurity. So, you have to address whatever this insecurity is that you have in yourself, and whether if it shows up in the external space or if it's an internal space. So just honor that feeling of energy to be it and master that and understand the source of that. And then as you allow yourself to move into the space of expression, there will be no need for you to hide anymore. And for you to welcome the energy of safety, the energy of love, the energy of your true space, your true voice, the true essence of you.
Because there is a space of expressing from fear and expressing from truth and love.
Yes. Yes, yes,
But
yes.
I also want to say I just saw the comment. Congratulations, though, for
Yeah.
speaking up a lot more on Telegram and just being free and open. So way to go, Dom.
Awesome. Yeah, I didn't even, I had no.
Follow. You don't think I do, but I do. I
Well,
see what I'm
see,
required to see.
I don't, when I'm in the flow, I don't pay attention to the comments till after.
I know.
So yeah, that's awesome, Dom. Thank you for sharing that. So yeah, just continue to be that, and he said
Yes,
being a child in hurt. So yeah,
exactly.
continue to live in that expression, Dom. Be you. um, and
And allow
so
the past of what just happened not to pull you down.
yes, exactly, exactly. And this is going to be our last question for the night, guys, and then we're going to go into the tune-up after this one.
Oh my gosh, what happened?
I don't know.
Time is flown by.
Um, and so Ellie, I believe you've been on our show once before, but welcome back. Thank you for tuning in tonight. Um, wow. I just feel there's like this happy energy, like this bubbly, happy, and maybe it's because your name is Ellie, and Ellie just sparks happiness to me. Uh, but there's this happy, joyous energy around you, and so just know and understand that you're being fully supported in the energy of love in all your pursuits, and all your dreams, and all your desires of who you really are. Um, and don't apologize for being late. I just saw that. Don't apologize for being late at all. You come when
No,
you come. You arrive when you arrive.
we're a
That be it.
no I'm sorry zone. We do not accept I'm sorry because
Take
everything
it back
is
right now.
supposed to be.
No, but it's and so this is part of the energy that you are. This very light, this very freeing, this light energy, and this levity of your being. So know that actually there's also a lot of elementals around you, like fairies and things around
Mhm.
you as well. So just know that you carry that spark, that you are to be in nature, to commune with nature, and to be in that space as you do the work that you do. Because I feel you also are like Rebecca and I, where you do this kind of work. If not, you should pursue that path to do that, and just live in the love, live in the happiness that you are. uh so yeah, it you are who you are. Just enjoy it. Just enjoy the energy of yourself. Yeah, Rebecca.
So I do want to make a comment to the being late. There's never late. You're perfectly on time
Yes.
when you're supposed to be, where you're supposed to be, when you're supposed to be. So, in saying that, my beautiful, you are a beautiful little angel of love. And I mean that wholeheartedly. You're becoming the star you were meant to be. You're opening up and letting go, setting yourself free from the cage you've had yourself locked into. and allowing yourself to shine at a whole nother level. Um, and move into that magic of you because it's right there. Um, and there's endless possibilities for you. You're just yes, you're definitely right. There's a lot of fairy, magical, elemental, just like yeah, just feathery, fluttery, just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful energy around you, and embrace that part of you. I think you allowed it to shut yourself down when you were younger because you were big. Be big, be the star you are, and
I
shine
like that.
and allow yourself to flutter because you're a
BB.
flutter, flutter,
Yep. BB.
flutters.
Be big.
Be
Be
big.
big. Be big. And that's our last question for the night, you guys. Thank you so much. As we get ready now for the tune up. It's time for the tune up.
No tune up tonight.
Okay. We'll see you next week, guys.
I got my shamrocks growing in the backyard, so the leprechaun energy is really, really potent around here.
Well, you know I got my favorite Andara with me this evening.
I won't get out everything around me.
I know. My Stardara. Stardara. Hey, that's your new name. Stardara.
Stardara.
Stardara. Because she has a rainbow inside.
Oh, speaking of, I pick up Petunia soon, my travel trailer. I think she's almost done, but I need to give her a new name. So if anybody could think any fun, fabulous names, send them in or email us about it because I need a fun, fun, fun new name for her.
Stardara.
Stardara, I kind of like that. That's what prompted me
Stardara.
to say that.
It just rolls off the tongue. Stardara.
Stardara.
It's very. See, I'm gonna say it. It's almost like romantic Stardara or erotic Stardara.
You don't even know it went through my mind, so
You tell me later. No, but I mean, but it's that name that evokes a feeling, Stardara. You know, it evokes that energy and that presence. You know, that playfulness, yet that power, that energy that we all need. And just so you guys know, she's almost been on every show for the past month with me, in my lap, hanging out with us, sending us all this beautiful energy. And so yes, Susie. Oop. um, my dear Indigo, if you want to know where I got that one from, email me. Let me know. It's a different people where I got Stardara from. I love that name, but
Is that going to be your name?
no, that's her name. Uh, so tonight for the tune up, you guys, since there's a lot of insecurity energy floating around and we all are feeling a little bit of that, we are going to um,
Turn it down.
clear insecurities and bring in the energy of confidence, love, speed, peace, happiness, joy, all the supportive energies to move through the releasing, the letting go, and the archival of these experiences. I know it's going to be a lot. I got to open up a portal for this one. Portal energy. Yeah. As I as I open up the energies, connecting to Rebecka, connecting to those who are watching now and later, allowing for the energies to be felt, to be known, to be let go, to be free and clear as we now begin to open up the portals, energies. We go Kihito Omashi Sime. We go Kihito Omashi Si. We go Kihito Oshimasi. Oshimasi. Oshimasi.
So I'm getting now before we begin, everyone, that everybody just step in their heart for a second and ground into the portal that Hillis just opened and allow your heart and the universe energy to come through it, just sending out love to everyone out there, allowing it to go around the planet as we connect through the web to send that space of love to everyone who requires and need a little extra push tonight, knowing that these energies that are going to come through in a few minutes are going to transmute that out and elevate it to a whole nother level. That, my dears, was for the heart and for the inner child to come out and play, to be the joyfulness and the playfulness of who you are, allowing all the old to melt away and standing in that space of joy and love of the heart, and knowing that nothing can touch you when you vibrate from love. Thank you. Abo.
Allow the energy of love to move you. Allow the energy of love to support you. Knowing the Creator's light, the Creator's love, the energy you've asked for to support you as you show up for yourself, as you commit to yourself, as you show up only for yourself, then can you show up for others. Allowing this energy that you ask to be free to be clear, to be archived, so others may learn from your experience, so others may know your experience, so others may know your name, may know your energy, your frequency, your vibration, and thank you and honor you for your contribution to this great collective. And in this space of honoring yourself, you give yourself the love because you have committed, you have volunteered your time. And as you have volunteered your time, you have now allowed yourself to begin anew. As the time for voluntary service is complete, as the time for newness, new experiences are emerging, it is okay that you do not know your path. It's okay that you may seek others to receive the guidance, the divine guidance you're asking for. And allowing this wisdom to touch you in new ways, all the way down to the cellular level, to the DNA level, activating your guidance system, your internal guidance system of the heart, the mind, the body, the soul, the energy. All of these layers unifying and become one as they all step into the energy of balance. Harmonious, 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 harmonious balance. As the way showers, the children, everyone contributing, living in their part, living in their wisdom, as you now begin to express the true essence of your core by connecting to the Creator's light that you live into, the Creator's light that is you. Knowing that there's nothing insecure about you, nothing insignificant about you. You are not insignificant. Far from it. Just because your name is not in lights doesn't mean you're insignificant. Just because your name is not, on TV, in a movie, doesn't matter. Does not matter. You are not insignificant, dear one, dear child. Know that we know you. Know that we honor you. And know that we appreciate you and your contribution. Aho matakiase.
Yes. Thank you so much. And some really powerful energies came through. So everybody be kind to yourself after this call tonight. Drink lots of water. Allow yourself to integrate what just happened by rest, or however you integrate. Journal, because interesting, something interesting just happened. I don't know exactly what it
Yeah,
was, but something
yeah,
interesting just happened.
yeah, yeah. And until next week, everyone, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for
Thank
supporting
you.
us. Thank you for sharing this with your friends and family. We appreciate you ever so much. And until next week, everyone, keep exploring and
And I went blank.
be
Don't
the
limit
change in
yourself. Praise yourself.
you.
Be the change in you. I'm not back yet. So,
Yes.
and thank you, everyone, from the bottom of our hearts. We so appreciate every single one of you. Mwah.